John here. Welcome to Rock Your Ride. Hope everybody's well and driving safely today in whatever vehicle that you desire. Anyway, I'm excited because I just hit 10,000 miles on my Camaro LT1, my 2020. 10,000 miles. I've had this car, a matter of fact, this month is going to be exactly 2 years. I know the mileage is pretty low for a car for 2 years. It's because I have the Dodge Challenger, the 2020 Dodge Challenger also. And so I drive that, I drive this, I drive that. I also rent cars and stuff like that. I don't use these cars to go long distance, meaning I would never go from Florida to another state, you know. I wouldn't do that. You know, I like driving local and stuff like that with these cars. I made the Camaro my daily driver, you know, so I love the Camaro. That's why I enjoy it. It's a great ride, and I figure after 10,000 miles, I'll give you the Camaro's LT1 pros and cons. So I'm gonna start, I guess, you know, with the pros, because first of all, this car, as you know, is under the SS Camaro. You know, the SS Camaro is above this one, and this vehicle, I'm not gonna say it's the base model, you know, because I've driven cars lower than the LT1, and believe me, this though is the base model for the V8. It still packs a 455 horsepower engine. So I mean, that is totally exciting if you think about that. I mean, for the money that you get, it's like $35,000 it starts. But this particular model of the 2020 LT1, I have a lot of options. So, you know, it came to about a little over $41,000 with all the options. I mean, the $34,000, you know, actually it's 35 really, you know, because you have to, you know, it doesn't include the destination charge, which is about $995, you know, so $995, you know. So anyway, the Camaro LT1 is the cheapest V8 muscle car on sale in the US right now, you know. I mean, you could compare it to the Dodge Challenger, which is the one that I have, that costs about $34,500, you know, $34,500. But my Dodge Challenger cost almost 40 grand because I have extra options. So, you know, and then you got the matching 4 Mustang GT, and they ask about $36,000, you know, give or take. So even with the optional 10-speed automatic transmission, which is, it comes out to $1,595 option, you know, over the standard 6-speed manual, you know. So that our tester only costs about a modest, I don't know, $37,000 out of the door. So believe it or not, that's a great deal for a 455 horsepower vehicle. I mean, don't you think so? I mean, I do. I mean, it's a great car. It's but there were a couple of times where I'm at a light, the other guy's at a light, and you know, this car goes 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds. So, you know, I'm not intimidated, and I blew them away in seconds, you know. So, but yeah, that basically, now that I have 10,000 miles, I'm going to tell you something. The only thing I've done in this car is change the oil, you know, maintenance and stuff like that. I'm going to talk about in another episode coming up is my engine light went on, but that's because I got hit in the back in a parking lot where I was having dinner. I wasn't even in the car. So it kind of set off my sensor. So the sensor was going off and the engine light was going on. So I'll explain all that in another video. But that's the only concern I had with this vehicle. But having it for 2 years, I have no issues whatsoever, except I hit a curve and I changed the tire. That's it. But, you know, hey, can't go wrong. 10,000 miles. Nothing. No work on the engine. So even though you don't get the SS, and wow, big deal. You know, the SS, yes, it has the V8, 455 horsepower, similar to the LT1. And basically, you're getting more stuff inside the vehicle, technology-wise. That's it. You know, leather seats, and the seats are better. You know, more comfortable, and etc. I don't want to go into all the details of that. You know, but the LT1 for the price, you know, and you could squeeze out a little bit more if you want, get little options here or there, that, you know, put your vehicle a little bit higher. Like mine was about about 40 something thousand dollars. I think it was 42, I think. So because I got a lot of extra options, you know, with the wheels and the display. I got the larger display because the basic model comes in with the smaller, and the speakers are Boss, you know, so, you know, like stuff like that. So, but for the price, it's great. I'm enjoying it after 10,000 miles, and hopefully I get to enjoy it for another 30,000 miles. You know, so all right, now for the con. Everybody wants to hear the con. All right, well, honestly, that's why I went with my different package. The digital screen is too small. You can't deal with it. So that's why I got the largest screen. You know, it was well worth it too. I mean, it blows my mind. So, and then I guess the seats in the Camaro LT1 aren't the best. They're comfortable, don't get me wrong. They look okay, but it's gray. The material, the cloth, you got to be careful spilling anything on it because it gets stained quickly. And you know, the carpet is great, you know, it looks great, but those are probably the con of the vehicle. And obviously you're not dealing with all the bells and whistles of the SS, you know, so we got to think about that. If you want the bells and whistles fully packed with technology, then get the SS, you know. Or if you want even better than that, you can get the ZL1. Hopefully I'll do a video with the ZL1 when I get my hands on one, and then we'll go through the whole vehicle and stuff. But the LT1 is great car, you know. So after having it for 2 years, I really can't say anything negative. The reaction time, the reflex of this car is great. Trust me when I say that, especially when you're driving here in Florida. You need good reflexes, not on just yourself, but the vehicle itself. So, but anyway, there you go, the pros and cons of the 2020 LT1, and I'm pretty sure the 2022 LT1 is just as good, because it's basically the same vehicle, just modified here and there, and I'll go over that in another video when I get my hands on a 2022 vehicle. Okay, so God bless, and see you later on the next episode of Rock Your Ride. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, rock your ride. Stay tuned. Peace out.